Alright, we're back for the next shop time. I'm at work. We're going to see if we can work on this impeller. Behind me, Baker 2175 heavy duty counterflow number 17992. Interesting fact, last Baker to come out of the factory. Anyway, so here's what I came up with. I bored a hole through the plate and locked the impeller down with this bolt. I scribed a line and lined up as close as we could these fins, and then we use the indicator here to line up on each one of these fins out here to get it lined up to 0. So now that that's lined up, we should be able to start milling again. Let's see how it works. Before we start, I forgot to mention we put a couple TIG spots here. Hopefully that'll keep this from rotating against the stress of the tool working against it. So we should be ready to start now. Let's give it a go. Time to change the tool. We're back with a ball nose end mill. See, it's rounded. We're going to come in here at the bottom and round this out. There we go. There we go, guys. That's all the mill work we needed done on this project. Well, let's jump back on this, see if we can clean up some of this braze a little bit. Now you can see we're starting to get her cleaned up. I'll bring it back. Back in the lathe, all we really need to do is true this face to this face. Shouldn't take very long. We got a cut all the way around. Good to go. Back in handheld here for a minute, just to give you a closer view. So this flange here is up against the jaws in each place. So we know that this flange now is true to this flange. Turned out all right. It's all in one piece. Well, on to the next part. Well, you can see we're back to the impeller. What we need to do first is take these TIG marks off of here. After we do that, this thickness here is about 1 inch. It needs to go down to about 15/16. So let's just slowly whittle away at this. I think we're right where we need to be with that. I think next we need to bore it out to 3/4. So let me stop you while I get that ready to go. Time to bore. think we're right where we need to be. 750. If we look at the sample, you can see there's a little bit of detail work in here. We'll try to replicate that a little bit. I don't think any measurements have to be precise. We just want the look to it. See what I can do. Yeah, that gave us a little detail on the back side. Alright, looks like we need to flip it around to the front now. Bring it back. Well, let's put the detail on the front. Get you in a little closer. See the details. Pretty close. Alrighty, I think that's about it for the impeller right now. Moving on to something else. Alright, some of you probably noticed the original was 8 fins and the new one was 6. Well, that was partially a screw up and partially intentional. Partially, I had it in my mind's eye that it had to be 6. So I made it 6. And the reason why is because for a 3-jaw chuck to chuck up on it, I need to hit 1, 2, and 3. That wouldn't work on 8 fins. So I know somebody was going to ask about that, but that was the reason. So we were at about 58 minutes of video time there, and I didn't know how long I was going to be able to cut it down by, so I decided to go ahead and stop the video here. So what you're getting now is the preview for next video. And what I need you guys to do is go down in the comments and tell me how you want this next part of the video to be done. Do you want me to go through it line by line and explain it all? Do you want a quick overview? Do you want something in between? You guys are going to have to go in the comments and let me know. Until next time, get out there in the shop.